Hey, my name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm with Disability Resolution PA. Let's talk about when you have 18 to 24 months out from your hearing before a Social Security Administrative Law Judge. All right, let's go ahead and begin that process. What do you need to start doing to prep your claim? I want you to think of it in two different ways. First, split it up. You've got chocolate and vanilla ice cream. You've got SSDI and SSI. I want you to split it up. So let's talk about that. For SSI, what you need to show is your disability has lasted longer than 12 months, that you're not earning over the SGA limit for your particular year. Okay, it could be $1,000, $1,130, yada yada yada. Okay, and we can go into the whole, can I work while I'm seeking disability? Can I work while I'm on disability? Yes, but there are some huge legal issues you face statute-wise, and then also there's the way it actually works. You know, whenever you talk to a lawyer, you want to know what the law is, and you want to know how it actually works out there. All right. Well, we'll go through that in another video. The bottom line is, with SSI, you want to show that you're not earning above SGA, that your disability has lasted 12 months, will last 12 months, or will be terminal. And here's the part that you're probably not going to be able to do, but you should at least start to do some research on it. Okay? Do you meet, equal, or exceed a listing? So let's go through that again. Do you meet, equal, or exceed a listing? And of course, the Supreme Court came out and said, do you have medical equivalency to a listing? A listing is nothing more than a description of how bad you have to be with a particular thing, or a general category of potential things, okay, that you have to be as bad as, worse than, or have the same thing as that listing. The listing is a statute, it's part of a federal law. The listing is a little write-up on the elements you need to meet for your disabling condition. Okay? Listing. Once again, it is a paragraph or multiple paragraphs in a grid. It is the thing that you need to meet, equal, or exceed in order to go forward and get through step 3 of the 5-step sequential process. One of the ones that has a ton of little elements that you have to kind of like go through and, you know, click. It's the 12.04 base depression listing. Okay? The 12.04 depression-based listing has all these elements because depression is one of those things where it's hard to prove if the individual just went to a medical provider like Aspire, Lakeside, whatever. And at the end of the day, you know, if they went once, they went twice, it's really hard for them to say that you're severely disabled based upon depression. Now look, if there was a moment in time where, you know, you saw your family members die in a plane accident, or you know, yada yada, or a car accident, whatever, then it could be understandable that from that moment and a short period thereafter, you would be depressed. But what's the issue there? Your disability necessarily hasn't lasted 12 months. So let's talk about this. Let's say that you go through, you read the listing elements. You know, there's tons of listings. You know, there's the musculoskeletal listings, the respiratory, there's special senses listings. But go find the ones that you're claiming. And the first question you need to ask yourself is very simple. What is the most severe disability that I am punting with? Okay? You're kicking the ball downfield. You're going to kick with your best foot. You're going to kick with your best shoe. You're going to kick with your best ball. Okay? What is the main, most severe disability that I'm punting with? Then you're going to go try and find that particular listing. Okay? After that, we get to that whole work step. Can you do your past relevant work, the work you did within the past 15 years? Okay? If you cannot do the work you did within the past 15 years, then there's only one more element, which is really the cleaver. It's the cleaver of all the elements. All right? Now, how do you show that you can't do your past relevant work? A lawyer is going to do a much better job than you ever could. It's just the way it is. We've been doing it a lot longer. We know the ins, we know the outs, we know a whole lot more statutes. We know the things that are likely going to work with a particular judge. We know the things that are likely going to be a waste of time with a particular judge. Okay? But let's say you want to wing it. Here we go. All right. So you've got these jobs you've worked with in the past 15 years. What I want you to do is right off the bat, focus on those jobs that you worked for more than 3 months. Okay? For more than 3 months. Okay? Not 30 days, not 60 days, more than 90 days. And at that point, I want you to go ahead and go into the Dictionary of Occupational Titles, the DOT, the Dictionary of Occupational Titles. Search it on Google, through ONET, things like that. And I want you to basically go through and find the jobs you did and what they're listed there. Search job titles like, marker, or, a person that marks like stuff with price tags. Or, for example, pick whatever job you want. Motel worker, folder. There's zillions of jobs that you can choose from. Find the jobs you did, okay, that were more than 3 months. Read through the bio, take a piece of paper, copy-paste, rather, in the computer, that information, that bio, that description of what that job is, and then cite there how your job was different from that job. Cite why you couldn't do the job you did. Cite why you can't do the job that's listed in the DOT. Okay? Now, once you've done that, you must contend with the final step, which is, if you can't do your past relevant work, can you do RTSW or unskilled work? That's relevant transferable skill work or unskilled work. Okay. So at this point, what we need to examine is something that likely you are totally and completely going to screw up on your own. In fact, if you go to a hearing without an attorney present, like you're not represented, which the clerks call rocket dockets, by the way. If you go to have a hearing and you're not represented, it's basically a rocket docket hearing, because you're going to be in, you're going to be out, and you're going to be done. It's because you're not properly represented. You don't even get to cross-examine yourself. So there's actual chunks of a hearing that are missing when you go in by yourself. So that's kind of scary. And if you don't get an attorney, then, in my opinion, and I don't want to say you're an idiot, but you are seriously trying to hurt yourself. So do what you will. At that point, there's the cross-examination after the vocational expert has answered the judge's hypothetical questions as to potential jobs a hypothetical person you could do in the national economy based upon limitations proffered in different hypothetical sets. At that point, you need an attorney to cross-examine, okay? Not just any attorney, but a disability attorney, and not just any disability attorney, but a good disability attorney. You need a really great disability attorney to cross-examine the vocational expert. If you don't, right, then, I mean, you can't question. I mean, let's call it like it is. The average person applying for disability, what do they know about, statute law, any federal law, even appeals council law, or federal middle district law, or federal law in general, about how vocational experts are supposed to hold themselves out, how they're supposed to give information, whether or not they've published anything on a particular job, whether or not they've ever actually worked that job, whether or not they DLUs have changed the current stance of how that job is done in the national economy. Have they reviewed that job and done a work study recently? Have they been able to proffer jobs that not only have they've written about, but they have a first, and another classic thing, and before we even go into another classic thing is, how long have they been working for the government? Who pays the majority of their bills? What I want you to realize is that It's not a simple system. That's why most attorneys don't practice disability law, because it's a very niche, small, difficult area with its own whole giant, thing of law. It's a whole ocean of law unto itself. Okay? So, what you want to do 24 months out, 18 months out from your hearing, and that's how long it takes in the Florida, Orlando area, because there's so many people applying down here. What you want to do is start to prep those aspects of your claim. I know it's a lot of information. I tried to break it down and make it simple for you guys, and we'll go from there. All right? My name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm with Disability Resolution PA, an Orlando, Orange County-based Social Security disability law firm. If you want the most up-to-date information, or you want, or you have a unique question for your claim, go ahead and shoot me an email or give me a call. I'll go ahead and work with you and help you out there. I have made at this point more Social Security disability videos than any other human being on earth. So I try to get back to you guys as quickly as I can. The response that I usually give people when they put something in the response area of the videos of YouTube, Vimeo, Daily Motion or whatever, is give me a call on Monday. Or give me a call on another day, because I don't want to put more information of your information out there. I don't think that's proper, and I think that what should be done is that we go through, over the phone, because, with email, you leave things out, and I can't read how you're saying things to me, so I can't read into what you're not telling me, which is probably the most important thing about an experienced attorney, is that I've done a ton of these claims, a ton of them. And I know now when people are lying to me. I've got that feeling. And it's not just lying, it's withholding information, omitting things, yada, yada, yada. And I've gotten really good at sensing when you're leaving out that nugget of information that I need. So, either way, give me a call, we'll work on it. My name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm with Disability Resolution PA, an Orlando, Orange County-based Social Security disability Florida law firm. I'll catch you later. You have a wonderful day, and thank you so much. Bye-bye.